Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of, what is it? January 23rd. We're going to jump right in here, Cancer, and take a look at what's going on. In your general energies, you have this dog card that says loyalty, determination, and you also have this mountain card that says challenges, achievements. Again, what I would say, I'm pretty sure you had the mountain card in your last reading that I did for you. I'm pretty sure it was you. And I kind of feel like this is saying don't give up. Again, the dog says determination. Like I'm getting like a dog with a bone, right? So it's like dogs don't give up when they want something. So I feel for a lot of you, there's something you want to achieve. And this could be in work or business, I feel. It could also be a dream because you have the star card here. And the star, you're going to be victorious here, Cancer. I keep wanting to say Capricorn in your reading. I don't even know what I said at the beginning of the reading, but... I feel you're going to be victorious, and I feel you need to, trust your intuition. I also feel like you need to not give up on whatever it is that you're doing in your life. I feel like you need to kind of, keep pushing forward. You have this card that says options on it as well, and you have the Seven of Cups right here. So I feel for a lot of you, whatever you're trying to achieve, I think that this reading is basically saying there's a lot more options than you realize to achieving your goal. And, people always say, why would I want to climb a mountain? And I always say, because it's where you get the best views. So I feel like you want to climb this mountain, whatever it is, and you need to keep pushing. Again, you have this Seven of Cups, and Seven of Cups represents being spoiled for choice. You also have two sevens right next to each other, and two sevens to me represents internal fears that don't exist. So I feel it's time for you to kind of let go of your fears or let go of the things that have been holding you back. And I feel it's time to trust your intuition, but also realize how much potential something has. Sometimes I feel that maybe we aren't as successful as we want to be because we're playing too small. And that's what I feel for you. I feel like the universe is like, no, I want more for you. I don't want less. So it's like if the universe if you're meant to make $10 million, but you're saying to yourself, oh, I only want $1 million, then the universe is like, no. And I get that feeling right here. Sometimes I think we are afraid of what we are truly capable of. And, that's really what this reading is saying to me. It's like saying, don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid of the successful beast that you can become, Cancer, especially going in this direction. The High Priestess has no roof over her head, and it represents unlimited potential. So I feel like whatever you're trying to achieve at this time has unlimited potential. I do feel like something could be a little bit in your energy field holding you back here as well. You go Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, Fool. Kind of is giving me this vibe of maybe there's been a false start or in a relationship or something, or it could be something else. Maybe you had a business failure in the past. I kind of feel the Ten of Swords is saying okay, that's dead, done, over with, and it's time to move on. Ten of Swords to me is my card of something being dead, done, over with. He's definitely dead. He has 10 swords in his back. I don't know if you know anything about swords. It doesn't take 10 swords to kill a person. You have the Star. This is the only thing I would be focusing on here. Literally, the way that I read is I read holistically. I take the whole entire reading into account. And if we go, look at this, going this way up to the Nine of Pentacles, are you kidding me? This to me is ultimate success and, good things coming in for you. So I would just be focusing in this direction, which is be bold, be assertive, don't care what people think, focus on your environment, and also keep more than enough energy for yourself so that you can invest in businesses. I kind of feel an energy here of you needing to pull your energy back from, it doesn't even have to be a relationship. It could be someone who broke your heart, but it could also be your job or something else in your life. I feel you need to be a little bit more stingy with what you give any type of your energy to. It doesn't matter what it is. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Five of Cups. Could be regrets from the past. Again, I'm wondering if someone's hanging on to your energy here, and maybe you're feeling it, so maybe you need to do some cord cutting or something like that. Someone has regrets here, but I wouldn't even focus on the regrets. With the Ten of Swords, you have the King of Swords. Someone's being cold and distant here, Cancer. I feel like someone isn't speaking up, and, maybe you are ready, but I don't think they are, so I kind of feel like you're moving on to something new. You could actually be attracting a King of Cups into your life. Yeah, with the Star, you have the Nine of Swords, a round-and-round situation. So if you're in a round-and-round situation with a person, I would definitely leave that situation behind. Also, a card of your fears. This is a card of having a nightmare, waking up, and being stuck in a nightmare. You know what the real nightmare is here, Cancer? It's having a dream, like the Star, and not moving towards it. Because then you're always in the state of anticipation and never finding out whether or not you can accomplish the dream. So by not taking action, by sitting in fear, you're actually making things worse. And that's what this reading is saying to me. Like, even outside of love, again, I'm talking about some sort of goal, wish, or dream here. I feel like you need to get moving. In the area of messages from your future self, you have this card that says, take a chance. You'll realize how perfect something will turn out. Are you kidding me? You also have this options card that says, many opportunities are becoming available to you. Take advantage of every opportunity. Let curiosity awaken your mind. Definitely fits in very well with the astrology, the whole curiosity thing. I would be as curious as possible. Anything that inspires you as well. With Pluto going into Aquarius this year, again, it's only going to be there for a short period of time. I don't care. People keep saying it's going to leave very quickly. I don't care, because guess what? Pluto moves very, very slowly. It barely leaves the cusp of Aquarius and Capricorn before it officially moves into Aquarius next year in 2024. So it's like, to me, as far as I'm concerned, we're in the energy. And what I would say here is follow the inspirations. Here's the other thing. You're watching tarot and astrology not for like hard stops and hard starts, right? You're watching it so you can work with the energy. The people who work with the energy right now get an advantage. The people who wait, I'm going to wait until 2024. Okay, great. You're just like slowing yourself down is what I would say here. So take advantage of the things that inspire you. These are the things that are going to lead to success. Guess what? Else here, Cancer. These things probably aren't going to make sense. And we're going to talk about that. You have the Seven of Swords, Queen of Wands, Six of Wands. The Queen of Wands has a black cat right here. The black cat during the times of tarot was considered very unlucky, and she has a black cat because she just likes her black cat. Doesn't matter. She doesn't care that it's a symbol of bad luck during the times of tarot. For all you cat ladies out there, yes, I understand that right now black cats don't represent bad luck. I don't care, right? But what I'm saying is during the times of tarot, it was considered unlucky. So what I would say is that this to me is saying that you shouldn't care what people think about your ideas, your goals, your wishes, your dreams. Again, I think people don't realize Pluto and Aquarius, our ideas might be very future focused, and people might not be able to see like how it's going to work. People aren't going to understand how your big dream is going to come together. They don't need to because they're not the ones that are going to be working towards it. They're not the ones that are going to be paying for it with energy. You are. Nine of Pentacles, right? So it doesn't matter what people think. I feel like you're going to be victorious. That's literally what your future self is saying in this row. You are going to have a victory, and you are going to find success here with the Six of Wands. And I also feel like you're going to find abundance as well. I really feel the water signs in general are kind of like poised for a lot of positive attention, just in general. I mean, you literally have a star, which is Aquarius as well. And I talk about this all the time because I really feel water signs are going to benefit from this immensely. You also have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card of lying, cheating, stealing. Some of you could have dealt with that. I feel it's more of like a false start situation. And maybe the person didn't lie. Maybe they just, or maybe it was kind of like a little lie. Any lie is a lie as far as I'm concerned. But, maybe it was just like, maybe they thought things were going to go one way and it didn't. So I feel some of you need to let go of a situation. Doesn't even have to be love. It could be in business or work as well. It's like the faster you let go of this, I'm telling you, the faster success is going to come in. Yeah, with the Seven of Swords, juggling. Yeah, I mean, if you're wondering, I do feel, I like literally hear somebody asking the question right now, did this person go to another person? I would say yes. Again, I don't want to hurt your feelings or anything, Cancer, but what I would say is yes, I feel someone maybe did that. But I feel like you have a choice. Again, you have this options card, which says you need to focus on the things that bring success to you in your life. You need to focus on the things that bring abundance. Again, Two of Pentacles is a choice. It's also a card of work hard, play hard, and I do feel like some of you need to make sure that you're kind of balancing your energy. With the Queen of Wands, you have the King of Cups. I told you, I knew these two were connected right here. It doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either, going this direction. I feel like you're attracting a King of Cups type person. The funny thing is, I feel like this person has gone through something very similar to you. So if you want love, I feel like you're attracting a person who has been through a very similar situation. It's like you're both in the same energy. I feel like I've said this to you before, like a bunch of times as well. So there you go. With the Six of Wands, you are charging towards success. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is like rapid success, rapid improvements. I do feel for a lot of you financially as well, there are a lot of improvements. The only thing that I would say is, I would take bigger risks. It's like, I feel like you're much more capable than you are giving yourself credit for. Especially when we go this way, it's like you are way over prepared for something, for success. Then Eight of Swords, you stop yourself. High Priestess says the sky's the limit. There is no limit. She has unlimited potential, really. So I feel like you need to tap into that, kind of that thinking, the unlimited potential, I can accomplish anything I set my mind to type of thinking here. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this family room card. I am getting that some of you could be attracting a person who already has a family, so that's possible. Meaning they have like children or something. For others, you could be meeting a person that you have a family with. And I feel like this will be very good for you. I feel like you'll be very happy with this person. So it's like a very comfortable feeling that I get here. I also feel like there's like a person, I'm getting weird words popping into my head, like removed focus or removes focus or something like that. But but it's popping into my head as like a good thing. It's almost as if you could be attracting a person who kind of removes burdens from your life by just being in it. I don't think they actually do anything, but maybe you just feel less burdened. Maybe you feel more free or more stable or whatever with this person. And because of that, I feel like it's like allowing you to actually focus on things that are important. Again, I know that the words popping into my head were removes focus, but usually the stuff that pops into my head doesn't make any sense. Trust me, it's a nightmare up there, right? You don't want to be up there in the first place, but that's what I would say. You have the Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the King of Cups. I feel like you need to set yourself free with this Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction. It is putting yourself in prison, needing to set yourself free, obviously. Can represent being too close to a problem. And I do feel some of you need to maybe set yourself free from a problem or remove a problem from your life or something along those lines. I do feel there could be a person who has been disappointed, again, who's coming in for you. And this person might have some answers on, kind of like how to remove problems from your life, which would be great. I would, definitely listen to this person. I feel like they're like a guide that's coming in for you. So you could literally be attracting a person who's like a guide. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I feel like they're just showing up as very nurturing, caring, very deep emotions. And I feel like they've been through a lot. The King of Cups has a lot of experience. He's been kind of like on a lot of adventures in his life as well. So, he's seen a lot of things, and maybe that's where this experience like kind of like helps you in your life. I do feel like it's a little unexpected. By the way, I don't really feel there's anything like totally unexpected coming in for you, just so you know. But what I would say is a little unexpected is that a person is coming in maybe very quickly. You have the Nine of Pentacles as well. So again, I feel you're working on your finances. I also have the word influence popping into my head as well. So some of you, it's like you could be becoming more influential. You could be trying to gain influence in work or business. And by the way, if you are doing that, I feel like there's a lot of success. Some of you could be looking to get like a raise or a promotion in work. And I do feel there could be like a raise or a promotion in work. But again, I would leave a comfort zone with this reading. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Swords here. You have the King and Queen of Swords together. Again, someone left you single here. These are my least favorite divine counterparts, the King and Queen of Swords. Too logical. There's not enough emotion. And they're not facing each other. Again, it's not always true because I read intuitively and sometimes I do feel like they are positive. But in this situation, I feel like someone was too cold and detached. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict and competition. I feel like you need to be, I feel like this is saying don't be afraid of conflict. I'm not saying you should create conflict in your life. Of course not. But it's like sometimes I think we are too nice. And I feel like this is saying don't be too nice at this time. Just, that's all I'm getting. With the King of Cups, you have the King of Pentacles. Yes, you are definitely attracting a person who is like focused on the long term. Again, King of Pentacles, he's really focused on, creating something long term, something very healthy, something very successful. It's a card of like, kind of convention. He does things the right way, basically. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. It could be any gender. I feel like you're attracting a person who kind of like, that's the best way I could describe what I'm getting here is they do things the right way. Whatever that means to you, that's something different for all of us. Maybe it's the way they approach you or the way they have a relationship or whatever. There you go. Finally, for messages from your guides, you have this gate card. It says a barrier is keeping you from your goal. It's right here. It's right. It's not little Chris right here. It's your brain right here. So I feel for a lot of you, it's just your brain. I feel like you need to think bigger, not smaller. That's the thing that is holding you back. So take whatever goal, wish, dream you have, multiply it by 1,000. You might not get that 1000x, but as I always say, it's better. I think it was Les Brown who said it's better to aim high and miss than it is to aim low and hit, right? So it's better to multiply by 1,000, whatever your goal is, and then get 100x than it is to just get what you originally wanted, right? So I kind of feel this is saying dream big. You have the High Priestess, the Four of Cups, and the Fool. Definitely time for you to take a leap of faith here with the Fool card. Definitely time for you to unfreeze yourself as well. There's ice-capped mountains in the background of the Fool, and those ice-capped mountains can kind of represent needing to get a move on here. What I would say is that the Fool on this card, he's falling off the cliff. Traditionally, technically, he's taking a leap of faith off the cliff, and he's just trusting that the universe is going to, provide the way for him. But sometimes I feel like he maybe needs to go around the cliff because the cliff is something that he's experienced before. And I feel like this is saying, like, don't be too cautious, but, obviously pay attention. You have the Four of Cups. You have everything you need, even if you don't think so. I always say Four of Cups is a card of, like, manifesting ingredients into your life. It's like saying maybe you want to manifest a cake, and he's disappointed because he's manifested the flour, the sugar, the eggs. It's like you just have to put the pieces of the puzzle together, and then you're going to be successful. So put your thinking cap on here, Cancer. You also have the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces coming in for some of you, but really I don't think that it is. I think that really it could be for some of you. I think you're attracting an Earth sign, though, if I had to guess, just based off this reading, or an Aquarius is popping into my head as well. But what I would say this is more talking about is I feel it's saying trust your intuition, but again, dream big. The other thing is she has 3 stages of the moon on her crown, and it kind of represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of any situation she enters into before she gets into the situation. That means she imagines her future as she wants it to go. So she literally is creating her own reality with her imagination, and that's what I would do. And I would start dreaming big is what I'd say here, Cancer. With the High Priestess, you have the Queen of Pentacles. There you go. Much, much better divine counterparts, King and Queen of Pentacles. Much more successful than the King and Queen of Swords. There is definitely something better coming in for you. Same thing in your finances as well. I feel a lot of you, there are financial improvements. For you to improve your finances here, again, I feel like you have to leave a comfort zone, take some, calculated risk here. With the Four Wands, with the Four Cups, you have the Four Wands. Again, maybe you're going from a disappointment to marriage. I don't think you're getting married right now, but I think in the near future, you could be meeting a person that you will be marrying or that you will be having success with. So just a much better connection is coming in for you here in the near future. I also feel, even if you don't want love, that this is like freedom. The Four Wands can represent freedom, a celebration. So there could be a lot of happiness coming in for you. With the Fool, you have the Emperor. There you go. I mean, you could be attracting a boss-like person. This could also be you becoming the boss, bossing up here, Cancer. And I definitely feel that with the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like you're taking the lead in your life or becoming more of a leader. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. Yeah, you have this Enterprise card. This is Jupiter in Aries. We have Jupiter in Aries right now. So for a lot of you, it's like if there was ever a time to start that business, that side hustle, if there was ever that time to improve your finances or look for ways to improve your finances, it would be right now. And again, I definitely encourage people to do those things right now, especially with whatever the hell is going on in the world. I have no clue. But what I would say is anything you do to improve your finances, it's like maybe you have 2 Netflix subscriptions that you don't need. Maybe you only need 1. It's like those are the things I'd be looking for because, it might sound small, but those things add up over time. And, maybe that money could be used for something much better. You have this versatility card. Again, you have that options card. You have this card. I would say that explore your options, especially in business. It's like I feel like some of you could be overcomplicating things in business or work or your career, and it could be so much easier. But I feel like you have to look for those situations. I feel like you have to look for those opportunities. You have the Power card. I do feel like you are gaining power, becoming more successful. Again, if you're looking for a management position, leadership role, anything like that, that definitely shows up here in the reading. Next, you have this Ostentation card. I would be careful of show-offs for sure. This is real. This right here is fake. That's what it's meant to represent. So I would make sure that you're trusting actions, not words of people, people, places, and things in your life. And, I think that's always important, but it does seem to be a little bit extra important for you right now, Cancer. So I would definitely be paying attention to, people's actions. Next, you have this Order card. I feel like you need to let me see. I want to see what this next card is. Yeah. Number 1, don't settle for what you want. Number 2, I feel like you need to, it's like I think you need to realize that things don't have to go in a certain order. It's like maybe you think your relationship has to follow certain steps, or your business has to go in a certain direction or follow certain steps. I feel like the more versatile that you can be, you have that versatility card, the more flexible, the more, just allowing things to happen, the better with this energy is what I'd say. But this is a pretty good reading here, Cancer. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.